Bruce, this is a video of your November 28th, 2024 lesson. Okay, so let's look at what we started with. Okay, so on the, we'll just play this thing through semi-slow motion, and this is what you walked in with. So, you know, takeaway is better than it's ever been, by the way. Okay, so at this point you can point out the fact that it's not the preferred swing, right? So let's get back and take a closer look. Okay, so what we did was we worked through a few minutes on how we should improve this swing, and we'll go over videos in a bit on what we came up with. So let's look at this thing in super slow motion, see what's going on. Okay, so now these yellow lines represent a swing plane, and I could draw a million yellow lines. The shaft doesn't have to be exactly on one or the other. It just has to be parallel to these yellow lines. So and all. So as you take it back, you know, this is a pretty good takeaway. We're in here, so you know, good points in here. You know, nitpicking, you're starting to bend both elbows, but let's don't worry about it. So then, you know, you get from there and see, you get it right on plane, close enough to the plane, and you take it to the top. So this part is really good. Okay, so the great news is you're now completing your backswing. So before, remember, you were just kind of not getting that left shoulder behind the ball. Right now you are, okay, and there's some hip rotation and all. We could keep that left shoulder down a bit, but that's not causing any great trauma. Okay, so now, so you get good grades with this position at the top. Then what happens is from there, the hands go ripping out this way. So the butt of the club, you can see it goes on that yellow, I'm sorry, that white line down and down towards the ball. But essentially, okay, so the ball is, the club is going closer to the ball, and the shaft isn't steep, isn't shallowing. So it's actually on plane here, and at the top, then you start down. See how that's steep, and it just gets steeper. Okay, and the kiss of death is this blue line is the butt of the club at the start. So the butt of the club at the start was right at this crossing. Okay, so you get it outside here, and you get it drastically, the butt of the club early outside that line. And see, to hit the ball, the butt of the club has to get semi-close to there on the way at impact. Okay, so here now you get the hands outside of where they started, and then we get to this position. Now you can't see it, but here's the shaft. I'll give you a picture of this. So here's the shaft. This is the guidepost, the checkpoint. That's the shaft, and it should be on your forearm. Okay. So this you're going to hit this fat, hit it left. There's a lot of bad things going on here, and nothing good. I mean, that's why you're inconsistent. And we'll get back to how we clean this up. Okay. So then the next is this, where the club head is out here, and it should be just inside your hands in here. So So this just shows that we've got some issues. So those are the two guideposts you look for. Okay. Now, okay, so then you come through. Now we're just trying to save it and stand up and flip at the ball, you know. But again, the good news is you didn't used to have this turn. You never did. What we did was we went through a lot of drills, talked about it. I took from the top position, took your hands and dropped them in instead of, you know, flashing towards the ball. And we ended up with a swing on the right. Okay, this swing is really good. Okay, now let's compare it. Again, the one on the right is kind of after the discussion and the drills. The one on the left is before we did anything. So at the top, let's look at the top position. The top position is actually better on the left here. See how that elbow isn't quite as flying? Okay, and see I'll play this through the thing. So just look at the one on the right. See, you start it's steep now, but look, it shallows out. See, it's getting parallel to the yellow lines, and it ends up right there. Okay, now the crazy thing about this swing is see how that's across the line where it should be pointed out where your other swing was. So it should be out here. But what happens is you're doing a nice job, like you're shallowing like a bandit. So and what I'm trying to spit out here is that this gives you this influences a steepness when this is across the line. But your move is so good that you're getting it on plane by just shallowing the heck out of the thing. So again, you just shallow it. Okay, so now if you just look at so this is a good swing. Oh, let's just play through the one on the right here. Look at this. You can play that swing on the right. Okay, and that's because you're hitting the two guideposts. Okay, now you just compare the two. We get to this point and see the one on the left, the butt of the club is now at that light blue line. You're still inside on the right here, and then as you come down, you finally cross it much later in the swing. At this point, the bad swing, the butt of the club is like 4 inches closer to the ball than where it started. Things we worked on was the hand drop. Okay, so I did a little assist, so we got you to the top here, and see I'm forcing your hands down and shallowing the club as we go. So see the club shallow, and that's because the hands drop straight down. Yeah, you haven't spun out the shoulders, so we did this a couple times, and so, you know, look, you end up right where it is, and I'm holding the butt of the club back. Then you did a swing on your own, and watch this guy. See the hands drop? Okay. See it shallow out? See how it's on your forearm? That's golden. All day long with this swing. Here, we'll just play this thing through. Okay, so here, look.